the new effect. I'm very happy about this effect. So this video is about a tick chart. I want to talk about this book. It's a nice book by Bob Volman about the tick chart and about how to scalp using a tick chart. And I think it makes perfect sense. And I've been kind of obsessed about it. And so now is the time to kind of talk about it a little. Very briefly, I just want to show you the tick chart. I'd be curious to know if anyone else uses tick charts, how you use them, and whether or not you think that it is worth it to kind of use a tick chart, because it took a really long time to figure out how to make a tick chart happen on MT5. And I figured out how, and I'll be showing you kind of how, and I will put it up free, open source, if people want it. But I need to work on it a bit more because it's kind of flimsy right now. So this is the setups. So there's like, you can see trade entries, and there's like the setups, and then double doji break, first break, second break, block break, range break, and so you get the point. So all of these are different setups that work when you have a tick chart and you look for price action patterns with the tick chart. Now I have the tick chart deployed over here, and you can see that it behaves kind of weirdly, right? It's not the same as a regular chart. And here's the actual chart. This is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is on the 3-minute right now. I have set to 3 minutes. I also have this. So the way this works, you click this button, and then it just tracks your equity, and it gives you a, like, from the moment that you click it, you're at 0%, and if your equity goes up or down, it just tracks. You can click buy or sell, and then what ends up happening is it will enter really a buy or a sell. So this is a demo account, so it's fine. Oh, that's kind of strange. It didn't enter. Yeah, so this is exactly why I don't want to put the put it out now for free. There are some issues that need to be resolved, but it worked a couple times in the past. Maybe there's a version 4 I have. Anyway, so this tick chart is being generated based off of this chart. So what this expert advisor is doing right now is it's tracking all of these ticks and sending that data to a custom chart that was created by the algorithm, and it's this chart. So this is BTC USD tick chart. So this is possible, now you know. And then you end up with this, and over here with this you can see there's already kind of a difference between the way that this behaves versus the way that, for example, a regular 3-minute chart or 1-minute chart behaves. I haven't tried switching the chart time frame, and let's see if it still works. I'll switch to 1 minute. It glitched out, but that's okay. We have enough to compare. So you can see this move from here all the way up to here on the 1-minute time frame is just one long candle and then big candle, and it comes down, goes up. Over here you get a bunch of bullish candles, and then you see a bunch of consecutive bearish candles. So red, 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 red. And really it does make a difference. It puts you in a much more, psychologically, I would say, better space when you're making decisions. But also it does kind of look like you're getting, I wouldn't say more data, but more granular data, which feels like more data. You can put in lines and you really see that there's respect to these levels. You can see they get respect, and then when it breaks with a gap. So you see that with a tick chart, but you don't really see it with with the 1 minute chart. You don't see that kind of gap. Okay, so that's what I've basically been obsessed with, like I said, is this tick chart. And I just wanted to show you all that A, it's possible. You can do this with MT5. B, I've kind of done it. Kind of. And C, I made a video about my experience with GPT 5.1 where I'm iterating on this. Now, I made this a really long time ago using 5 Pro, and it took a lot, and it's like 800 lines of code. It is now 800 lines of code, but basically it's a big project, and I used my workflow to produce this expert advisor. And GPT 5.1, the new flagship, gives you next iterations in like 45 seconds, sometimes up to a minute, but big difference. So yeah, I've shared. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you use tick charts? Are you even aware that they exist? Leave in the comments. And if you really want your hands, you really want to get your hands on this tick chart, then join the SKOOL community, and I'll share the code. Thanks for watching.